you ever get those moments where you just have no idea what you're doing? It's pretty much my entire life.
Recently.
No.
No,
It's fairly consistent.
No.
Fairly consistent. Where I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing half the time. It just kind of
falls into place.
No, not always. This recent week has been very evident of that. Dana's here, Melanie's here, John is here, Batman John is here. It's good to see all of you. I hope you are doing well. It is Monday. It is 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, then it's time for Melanie to compliment Tanya on her hair.
Thank you.
So
I don't know if you really can see the purple in it.
It's kind of, I expected a lot more.
Me too.
And there's like a whole layer down here that is not been purpled.
Yeah, I mean,
Hello, Peter. Hello, Peter. So we got two Peters. So
I was looking more like that.
Yeah, I was.
That's what I was.
Is that you, by the way? From
yes.
Like a past life?
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
So,
well, I get from the front. I was looking. You were showing me a behind picture there.
Yeah, but yeah, that's.
I couldn't remember if that was you or not. But anyway, regardless of that, more dye. For God's sake, more dye. Anyway.
Yay! John picked up a ticket at FC3 at Commas, etc.
Nice, very good. It's crazy at Melanie's house, taking a time out from consorting. We are just doing all sorts of stuff. Well, how many are we? Do we have a countdown?
Yes, Dan has set the countdown up for when it gets to 10 days.
Okay.
So it's not at 10 days yet. So
no, we're at what? So let's see. This Friday will be.
We haven't watched it yet, Peter.
14. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see it for a couple of weeks because of timing and stuff. But I'll watch it soon. I'm looking forward to watching it.
They have 400 prizes.
Wow. Are you still looking for setup help?
Yes.
On Friday.
The
vendor floor.
If people want to show up around 9 o'clock, they can help stuff.
That's AM, not PM.
They can help stuff the vendor thank you bags.
Dana has sent children back to school today. Congratulations, Dana.
And 11 o'clock is after 11 o'clock is when the vendors can move in. But yes, we definitely need help in the morning with vendor bags because I can only stuff.
Hi, Ashley.
So many.
I need the kind of help that unfortunately volunteers will not be able to provide. Yeah.
We need help washing tablecloths this week.
Yeah, we don't want Ann to have to do all that on her own.
Yeah.
Do you want me to? Are you going to have some time?
We're going to do it. Well, I think Ann and I talked that we were going to do it Wednesday night after she gets out of work. So laundromat somewhere in Spencerport or something that we'll go put them all in, go get some food, and then go switch them over.
Well, what time are you thinking then?
It'll probably be after 5.
All right, because I still have that 8 o'clock.
I know.
8:30 deadline type of thing on evening hours for now while I'm still helping Mama.
Yeah.
So, but I'll come join you for a little bit at least.
I think the hardest thing is folding them all because they're longer than my arm span is.
That's not a problem.
My arms get tired. Thank you, Ashley. I'm digging. I decided to go to my purple early. Normally I wait until like the middle of September, end of September to go back to my dark, but I went early this time. And it looks really, really dark.
I'm going into the time of year where people are like, because my 35th high school reunion is this September. So I'm going to be going through another series of, how long have you been dyeing your hair?
I haven't.
I've never done.
I know.
Never have.
People are very envious of your hair.
They can have it. I'll shave it off and give it to them. They're welcome to it. It's fine. If you can't tell, I'm a little tired today.
No, I was telling my hairstylist about how everyone's so envious of your hair that you don't have to that there's you don't have to dye it and there's just random gray thrown
in the sideburns.
Yeah,
and that's why I started shaving my beard off because I really never wear a beard to begin with. But when I do, it's salt and pepper is being gentle.
I was looking up something specifically on the board page.
Greg says I have lots of resin stuff that's going to be available. That's fantastic because his resin stuff is cool.
Yes.
Hello, I'm going to go gray. Yeah, I'm sure I will eventually too.
Hey, and quick question: do you have any of the Brad Mondo purple stuff? Because I wanted to kind of do underneath.
Brad Mondo purple stuff.
Yes, Brad Mondo has
So you're
purple depositing.
You're not talking about a purple alcohol. You're talking about hair dye.
Hair dye.
Okay.
My
friend Paul, his younger brother Steve, was our unofficial bartender for a long time. And typically what would happen is he'd say, "Hey guys, what do you want to drink?" And most of us would say, "I don't know." And the "I don't know" became this flexible, free-floating thing, and he would just mix whatever was in the cabinet at the moment. Well, one day he decided he's not going to ask anymore. He's just going to ask what color we want.
How did I miss the banana?
Banana.
Yesterday. I totally missed that one.
Banana.
I saw this, sent the file to your FC3 email, but I totally missed the banana.
Banana.
It was one of the minions walking into the pool with his little thong on
thong hanging out. Yeah. But anyway, Steve made a purple drink that he called the Grape Ape. And I have the recipe somewhere in one of my files.
It's Koski.
Koski!
Hey, stay dry in the next couple days, okay?
Yeah, you know.
Shenanigators was added to the dictionary.
Yes.
On MS Word.
I was tasked, because here's the thing that people may not have heard yet. Anne has been behind a project with Ken Wheaton. We are creating our very first comic book. This is going to be kind of like a program of sorts. But we have this little mighty monkey here, case in point.
She's so
there. She is. That's Simi, our mascot, who I created a few years ago now. Oh my God. But Anne has taken up the mantle, and with the help of local artist Ken Wheaton, we are going to have an actual Simi comic book. So I was tasked yesterday with writing a small blurb, a brief history.
How did we come about?
A brief history of FC3. So I kind of flitted that together, and during so I had to make reference to meeting Michael and Greg French, and how we have lovingly dubbed them the Shenanigators, the instigators of shenanigans, as it were. So I'm excited about that. Michael, you're immortalized in the history of our company at this point, and as that was like a no-brainer.
And MS Word
and my MS Word immediately balked and like, this is not all right. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was trying to say. I was offering suggestions of words that I was
like,
missing.
No, add to dictionary.
And then I went add to dictionary. So now MS Word understands that Shenanigators is a real thing.
He's like, aw. Yeah.
Well, come on. It's one of the upsides of this business. We never really knew what we were getting into when we started this, right?
We don't have the monkey costume yet.
And the people that we've met along the way, some of them have challenged us to be better, and some of us have challenged us to just drive us nuts for the fun of it. But a lot of them have enriched us. And Michael being one where we've just had an absolute blast getting to know this guy over the years. And just he's more than just somebody who's come to a couple of FC3s. He's really a friend of the family, and we love you, Mike. I mean, what do you want to do about that? So that's a thing. But yeah, it's a comic book, and it's centering around the main character, our loving mascot, the little monkey herself, named Simi. For those of you who have not really paid attention to that kind of trivia before, Simi, her full name is Simi Ann. So yes, Simeon. I was very prodigious with how's that called when you play on the sounds of things?
Onomatopoeia.
I know there's
alliteration.
Alliteration. Thank you. Alliteration. That was the word I was looking for.
Major.
Yeah, well, English major.
And it's actually, I'm waiting to put it up on my wall above my whiteboard. That is being ordered, I think, today or tomorrow.
Nice. So Simi Ann Henseltail is Simi's last name, Henseltail. And her favorite go-to adult for all of her advice and whatnot is her paternal grandmother, Pre Henseltail, so I layered it all in. I was having a blast. Simi has a brother named Congo. She has a distant uncle, Ham the chimp, who was in the space program back in the 60s, stuff like that. And just creating this character was just a lot of fun. And I really never expected much of it. I just figured, okay, cool. I created this character. I gave her some trivia, and we'll see what happens. And then the original art was done by an artist out of Syracuse. Her name is Candace Doherty. So that's this logo that you're familiar with now. That is the original art that was done by Candace. New updated art is being done by Ken Wheaton at this point, and it's just he's adding a whole lot more of expression and.
Oh my God! Yes, she is so freaking adorable.
She's a cute little thing,
and just the different facial expressions that Ken has given her.
Yeah.
Like you could see that
Hey, Gina.
she's laughing, or she could see that she's excited about something, just with either the eyes being closed and the mouth turned up. It is like whatever. But I wanted to give people updates, food trucks that are going to be at the con.
Legit information coming your way.
Food trucks that are going to be there that weekend, the 16th and the 17th.
Yes.
Kona Ice, Tom's Coffee, Monster Hots, the Milk Truck, and that's for grilled cheeses.
Ooh.
Waffles Are Wild, and Buddhist Burgers. So those are the ones that are going to be there. And then Ann and I, 2 Saturdays ago, warned most of the restaurants in the Gates area that we could potentially have more than 4,000 people in the area, that Bill Gray's and Mesquite and Palermo's and McGregor's and Jeremiah's and everything could possibly be infiltrated for food.
I was trying to see how long I'd hold that expression.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sierra. Batman John, we're looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks too, buddy.
The first round of the panel schedule is live. Not everything has been marked completed. So there are still spaces that need to be filled in on the panel schedule, only because they don't have descriptions yet. So,
which apparently is something that I'm being leaned on for, and I've been really lackadaisical about writing. So, but the entries are still there. So if they want to see where the Charisma Carpenter panel is, they'll see it, right? Or is that being denied access because I haven't put a description?
It's being denied access.
Are you putting that kind of pressure on me?
Because it's still in the planning stage.
You're putting that kind of pressure on me? What did I tell you? Send it live and I'll just edit the description.
It's in Grotix. You just have to edit the description and then I can hit complete. But yeah, so like...
I'm tapping my foot at you right now.
Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, and
You're
then
lucky I love you is all I
the
gotta say.
MCU discussion, the Star Trek discussion, the Star Wars. Are we going to reach out to Nikki and Darren to see if they wanted to do the Star Wars fandom discussion?
I hadn't. I was going to give that one to Tony this year, and he was like, "Yeah."
Okay.
So he was excited. But I'll when we see him, I'll say, "Hey, if you guys want to sit in on it and kind of help move it along, you're welcome to."
Move it right along.
I am actually divesting myself of most of the fandom panels this year. I will not be involved in many of them. I think that even includes the Doctor Who panel, which I don't even know. Is Doctor Who on the schedule? I think I bailed out of that one completely this year.
Yeah, no, Doctor Who. It's MCU, DC, Star Trek, Star Wars are the main fandom panels.
Yeah, Elizabeth Rice might be a little upset with me on that one, but
there's always next year.
There's always next year.
As far as I know, Sierra, there are not going to be Dippin' Dots. As far as I know, I'm going to say no.
Are there going to be Dipping Dots? No, we have. I know for a fact Dipping Dots were not on the itinerary of menu. So,
but
I know Fudge Guy's coming back.
Yes.
And I know that the
fine. I'll edit yours to say Melanie Muses. Jesus Christ. You put in Facebook event or whatever. You put in Facebook Live. I'm sorry that it's 12:30. You can go 12:30 to 1:15.
Yeah, Dan made me go on the 30s instead of on the hours. So I'm cool with that. I just, unfortunately, I can't make a 12 o'clock panel when I'm running on half hours schedules. So, you know what, Sarah, we're going to have to have a talk about that because I've never really understood Dipping Dots, to be honest. And I've eaten every candy out there. So that was weird. I gotta tell you.
The Dippin' Dots
is
the little teeny tiny ball.
Yeah, no, I've had them. I don't get them. Yeah, but again, my opinion is not universal, right? It's one of those things.
Oh, Facebook Live event. There it is.
Facebook Live event. See, just take those off of planning and put them live.
Fine.
People need to see this stuff. Anyway. Really? I just want to make an official announcement. This will be my last FC3. I'm not coming back ever again. All y'all can have each other. I'm done. That's it. It's over. Well, why is that, Chris? Because Tanya keeps flipping me off when I ask her to do her damn job.
I'm working on it.
We have 18 people watching us right now. That's like an all-time record for us, I think. No, we got into the 20s once on a couple of occasions. Well, to all you folks who are out there right now, let's do a quick recap.
Oh, son of a bitch! Did it save?
I don't know. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Flower City Comic Con coming up with its 7th show. This coming September 16th and 17th at the Total Sports Experience in Gates at 880 Elm Grove Road, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
It is right off of the 531, which is an expressway here in the Monroe County area. Very easy to get to. If you're in downtown Rochester, it's 490 to 531. First exit, you're right there. It's so easy. Turn left, and which is a great Doctor Who episode, by the way. And you're on your way. You're already there. We have such luminary figures as Charisma Carpenter. We have Julian Richings, Chris Holden Reed, Karen Parsons. We have a gentleman whose name I never get right, Joseph Marcel, and I don't know why. I have a brain block about one person every year. Every year there's one person.
Wasn't it Karen Ashley?
It was Karen.
Ashley Karen.
I kept calling her Ashley Tyler or something like that. I'm mistaking her with
Aisha.
Aisha Tyler.
Which was her character's name.
Right. Aisha. Okay, yes. That's what kept getting me thrown off on that one. But yes.
Gina's like, no, Chris, no leave.
Yeah. I don't think anybody'd miss me, to be honest. You can take my insane ass. You can take my insane ass, throw it out, and plug it in somebody else, and nobody would know the difference, to be honest. So we have those folks coming. We just announced comic book artist Ron Wilson. Ken Wheaton will be joining us yet again. We will have a wide variety of folks. The vendor floor was sold out months ago. That is amazing. Chris, you're a liar. We all love you. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that.
He doesn't realize that him and Dan's ass can kind of line up together.
Oh, stop. Stop. You know, my ex-wife had this thing about taking pictures of me when I was sleeping, and you have this penchant for talking about that time when Dan and I happened to be standing next to each other.
Exactly the same.
And we were standing the same way. We were leaning against a bar up in the loft at TSC, looking down at the convention, and we're
crossed.
The way our feet crossed, the way our hands were placed, we were basically just twins side by side, and so that's just. And
Deanna and I got a kick out of it, because the three of us were up there too,
staring at my butt. I see.
Yeah. What else is there to stare out there?
You keep talking like that, people are going to start wondering what's going on.
Well, people probably have already wondered what's going on.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. We are Siamese, if you please. John, Batman John points out, can't wait to meet the chariot from Hunger Games. That's right. That's one of the vehicles coming. We're also going to have a mystery machine. We're going to have an Ecto. We're going to have a DeLorean.
Oh, Ecto's going to be there?
I believe Ecto's going to be there. And I know, you know what? I think the Ecto's 50. No, the Ecto's not coming. It was the mystery machine. My bad. And once again, we will have Thor the Impala.
Courtesy to let me drive it off the trailer into the thing this time.
I doubt it.
They were going to let me put it on the trailer last time.
They've seen how many scratches you've got on your car lately.
I didn't do it.
The last one.
So, but it's in the same spot as the new one, so it's all going to get fixed.
May I quote you? Just watch this. Maybe I'm going to quote.
Fucking freezer.
I'm going to say something you've said. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
I quit. I'm gone. This will be my last FC3.
No, see that we believe.
Oh, you believe?
Oh.
Yeah. What would you do without me? Yeah.
Do I have to think about that? I'd rather not.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have to consider that.
Jason's like, damn.
Yeah. What did I walk into, right?
We are the married couple of FC3 here because
this is my work wife.
Yeah. If the rest of the board needs something done for Chris, they look to me. They're like,
Chris needs to do this thing. Tanya, you make him go do it. Okay. I can't help it. I've been burned out for like 4 years now. Right?
Yes.
Mental health is a thing, guys. It really is. There's no stigma to saying I need help. Anyway.
Sometimes.
All right, Peter, have a good one, buddy.
Sometimes you need that refresh, start over, change. some type of change in your life.
Yeah, and my reset button's been broken for about 8 years now.
Well, I mean, granted, people know that I've moved from one location to different location at work, and I was in my classroom today writing curriculum stuff, and I was looking around going, you know what? I think this is going to be an okay start to the year because, and we really thought it's going to be a shit show, just because we're stressed about it. But I'm looking above my my box light TV and it says do or do not. There is no try.
Okay.
So
and you're feeling good about it now?
I am, and I've got my books on my like novels on my shelf. I have on the top of the bookshelf, like where your TIE Fighter and stuff are up there.
Yeah.
On mine at work, I have
yeah, you guys
plastic.
This is yet another different angle for the camera in my office here at Nerd World News headquarters. So you're actually seeing my bookcase in full view for a change of pace.
So I got a low Tupperware bin, like it would slide underneath the bed or whatever, but it fits up on top of my bookshelf, and it is my potential leak.
Your leak
remediation thing, because my classroom, it leaks.
Melanie points out, reminder, cosplayers, get your build books in for the craftsmanship award.
Yeah, we have to finish those trophies.
And so let's see what we got here. We have a full vendor floor. We have a full panel schedule. We have a game floor that is being managed by Millennium Games. Caleb and the boys over at Millennium. We are so excited to see that again. We're going to have food trucks, plural. And yes, they've all been warned to have ample stock for everybody. There was that one guy who just didn't know what he was getting himself into and ran out of food like halfway through the first day. That was wild, right?
We even went to the Dunkin' Donuts on the corner of Buffalo Road and Elm Grove because they got hit.
Yep.
They didn't understand. Yep. So I went in and I said, just to let you know. They're like, oh, thanks for the warning.
Right. And as of last week, we talked a little bit about the panels. The panel areas, 2 of them have been kicked out of the building. All right. So we're going to have enclosed tents out behind the building where the food trucks will be. And those will be panel rooms 2 and 3. Panel room 1 does not exist anymore. Panel room 1 has been gone into the ether, never to be seen again.
It has been upgraded.
It has been upgraded. It has now been merged with the main stage, which will be in the back area. We used to have the main stage in that little square field in between the vendor floor and the game area. Well, that staging area is now going to be where the cars will. Well, no.
It used to be where Thor was in the cup 2 years ago.
So we're going to be moving main stage back into the back half of what used to be the gaming field,
and kind of put it in like a horseshoe formation with the chairs and things like that to make it more visible. It gets a little more.
Maps will be available, Melanie. There will be no getting lost in a building that size. It's actually fairly wide. One building.
It's not like running around up and down the stairs at the convention center or the Blue Cross Arena.
The field where the panel rooms used to be is where the VIP and the celebrity guests will be. The setup for the photo ops will be in that front half. The back half will be the new Millennium gaming area. So we're going to have nice big space. And like I said, the panel room areas will be main stage and then 2 tents outside just past the food court, the food trucks. So that's a change. That's definitely going to be kind of a thing. Melanie will assign somebody to you just to kind of like escort you around real quick. We have this really bad habit of going serious tangenting and people miss out on actual information. So I'm sorry I cut you off.
That's okay.
So
they are all now complete.
They're all now complete. Our panel schedule is now live and it exists through the Gather app and through GoTex.
You can pay at the door.
It's going to be a little more expensive because we have to pay for all the stuff we have at the box office.
I do not believe that we have the little Polaroid photo booth.
We do not have the Polaroid photo booth this year.
I don't seem to recall having whatever.
I don't believe that's the case. So, all right. So that's kind of a rundown of what we're up to and what we're doing and where we are doing it. That is a rundown of some of the people that we're going to be involving with. We have over 40 volunteers this year, which is definitely a bigger number than we normally do. We've flown the show with as few as 18 in the past. And those poor sods were worked hard. But the folks are coming in. They're pouring in. They're ready to help you. And we are ready to look forward, and we are very much looking forward to seeing you.
Actually, this says 45, but I know I have 47.
You have 47?
Because
you have almost 50
I have
people?
2 that are on security.
Uh-huh. And if you
that are gamers with us.
Yeah, and if you count the 6 of us on the board, then we're up, we have a staff of mid-50s at this point. So that's kind of cool. That's an all-time record for us as well.
I have to go back through the volunteer list to assign people to Anne so she can assign them to parking.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to need some people out and about parking and helping out. I need to reach out to Uncle Phil, see if he's still interested in helping us out.
It's not necessarily something here, but it's something I'd like to talk about with us or whatever, that maybe that first row of spaces, the double row of spaces, that first row, is it possible that we can market all handicapped? Because it's close to the front, and there's only maybe 5 or 6 spots left.
I would assume that's going to be a conversation we'll have to have with TSC to see what we can arrange.
If we could have, say, you'd have to have the handicap placard in order to park, because we know how difficult it is to go from far away. And if you don't have, if I'm out with my mother-in-law, if we have her handicap placard and we can't get there into one, I drop her off at the door, go park, and then I go back and get the car and come back to the door to get her.
My mom was lamenting.
My
mom was lamenting that this is going to be the first FC3 she doesn't get to see because she's still in convalescence. My mom got a knee replacement a week ago, and so she's convalescing, and now she's doing really, really well, but she doesn't feel comfortable walking into a throng of 5,000 people on shuffling along with a brand new knee and a cane. I will condone her if she wants to beat somebody with said cane, but since it'll most likely be me, I'm not really interested.
Between you and Sean, we can clear a path. Clear a path! Clear a path!
Let's do a Fezzik. Everybody move! Do you recommend that I pre-purchase my tickets, or can I get them at the door?
Matt Frigo, you are a volunteer.
Yes, but he's asking a very legitimate question for people who are watching the show or maybe watching a recording of the show later this week.
6 of one, half dozen of another.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Matt makes a good point. It probably would behoove you, if you want to save a couple of bucks, of pre-purchasing your ticket. There will be $5-6 extra fees and whatnot if you buy them at the door, because like I said earlier, we have to pay for all the stuff we use to handle the box office stuff. So we pass that on. It's unfortunate, but true. That's how business works. So it's a great question from Matt. And the answer would be, if you want to save a couple of bucks, get it done, get it over with, order it now.
Yeah. Or go, if you definitely want to save that couple bucks, go get your tickets from one of those brick and mortar shops that we have, Millennium, Comics, etc. First Print, Blades for Life, and Hammer Girl Anime.
Did 13 Verse get involved in that this year?
No.
Okay. Why not? Come on, guys. We love you. You love us. What the hell?
What's going on? We went to 20 gazillion places, it seemed like, a couple of weeks ago.
All right.
So, and did I say First Print?
You did say First Print.
Okay. I wanted to make sure that.
You did say First Print. And you said Last Print, too. And Secondary Print. And that's my mom.
Oh, speaking of mom.
All right, kids. It's time for Tanya and I to head off and do other things. I will talk to you soon. So you guys have a great week. Have a safe week. And we will talk to you again next week. We gotta go now. Bye-bye.